Marcellus Wiley. Emmanuel Acho.
Yes, you looking at me. I must be looking fresh. You know what happened today? No lie.
What happened?
Okay, last night I had In-N-Out. I had 2 number ones. Yeah, so that's 4 patties, right? Got on the scale this morning and no lie.
And it was lighter.
I had a new all-time low since I've been fat. 248.1 after the double.
I don't like that, bro. You catching me, bro. You catching me.
Where you at?
Like 229. I know I'm shriveling.
I ain't never catching that. All right, let's get it started with Buffalo. And news in Buffalo. Talking about something we can't catch. Josh Allen's contract. Good Lord. He just got seriously paid. The Bills and their star quarterback agreed to a 6-year... $258 million contract extension with $150 million guaranteed no matter what.
God.
According to Adam Schefter, Adams' long-term deal comes before fellow 2018 draft class members, Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson, and follows the Bills' general manager saying they were not going to negotiate in season. So, Acho, did the Bills commit too soon?
Marcellus Wiley, let's talk about your Buffalo Bills, sir, shall we? They did not commit too soon.
They did not?
No, sir. But they may have committed too much too soon. You feel me? I love Josh Allen. I actually think Josh Allen has the highest ceiling of the quarterbacks in his class, even higher than Lamar Jackson, even higher than my guy Baker Mayfield. I love Josh Allen. However, even a Bills fan, if they were being honest, would have to say, we don't really know who Josh Allen is yet. You talked about this before. His first season, obviously, we were like, ugh, that's not good. Second season, we're like, Third season, we're like, yo, this dude is amazing. But we still don't know who Josh Allen is exactly just yet. I think we have the full screen, and I want to look at Josh Allen. I want to look at Patrick Mahomes. I want to look at Dak Prescott. Look at the aggregation of all of them over their first 3 years or really their first years of playing before they got the money. Josh Allen, 270 passing yards a game, touchdowns to interceptions, 67 to 31, passing touchdowns per game, 1.5. Dak is at 1.5. Mahomes is at 2.5. Why do I bring that up? Because we knew more about Mahomes. We knew more about Dak than we have known about Josh Allen. We don't need the full screen. Let me just talk to my dog.
Okay.
So if I were to take a coin out of my pocket and I were to flip the coin up in the air and it were to be heads the first time, I can't bet $258 million that it will be heads every time going forward. Now, if after 5, 6, 7, 10 flips, it's heads every time, I think to myself, it might be a 2-sided coin. I'm going to continue to bet that. But it's not for lack of love of Josh Allen. It's for senses of reality, which simply say, we saw one good season. It was an MVP caliber season, but just one season nonetheless. Did you commit too much too soon to Josh Allen?
They didn't commit too much too soon, and they didn't commit too soon to Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a beast.
He is.
This is the way you have to really conceptualize who Josh Allen is. Highest ceiling in terms of skill set, and also continuously improving. Why does that give me security? Because someone who has the potential to be as great as anyone else also continues to show me the work ethic, the discipline, the focus, and he shows me in producing every single year, he will continue to improve. That's where your security blanket is. The fact that you know that this guy is not going the other way. So I understand what you're trying to give me right now, a gambling prospect, a risk evaluation of who Josh Allen is. But it's not where he started, it's where he is and where he's going to continue to go. That's where you have to have your security. I'm looking at him right now. This is you know this from playing, that when you see Stefon Diggs come to the Buffalo Bills, you're already excited because Stefon Diggs is a beast. He got greater with the Buffalo Bills. Why? Because he was with a great quarterback. So think about that. When everyone wants to shoot at Josh Allen and say, oh, he's great, but hold on. Stefon Diggs was a made man with a good quarterback. Some on great days, you could see out of Kirk Cousins. But when he got with Josh Allen, great met great, and it got greater. I have security in Josh Allen. And don't look at Patrick Mahomes' contract right now because it's sad when you put up a full screen right there. You see Patrick Mahomes, you see Josh Allen, you see Dak Prescott. Who's the best quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
Who's getting paid the worst?
Patrick Mahomes.
The least. Come on, Patrick Mahomes, what you doing? You got a bad contract. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, point being, Josh Allen got the money he deserved in this moment. And crazy enough, if he would have waited, he would have got more. Of course. And crazier than that, he could have been lesser of a quarterback going forward and got paid more because of the inflation in the cap and the revenue. Point being, Buffalo knew what they had. Buffalo knows what it's getting and it's know what it's going to continue to receive in his improvement. Not too soon for me. Not too soon for Josh.
My thing, though, Sel, is because on this show, we talk a lot of sports. We talk football. We talk track and field. Y'all gonna get that later.
We're gonna get that.
We talk basketball, obviously. What I've learned in talking basketball, studying basketball, talking to NBA players, talking to NBA agents. I know you talked to Rich Paul. I ran into him like I told you a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Talking to NBA analysts. In basketball, you get paid off of projection. In the NFL, you get paid off of performance.
Okay.
See, I feel like Josh Allen got an NBA contract.
Oh, you're doing that.
Sel, I feel like he got a projection contract. It's not to say Josh Allen's not amazing. I agree with you. I think Josh Allen's ceiling is higher than the ceiling of all the quarterbacks in his class. I got asked this question by our producer, Healy, before the show. What quarterback would you rather have over the course of the next 5 years outside of Patrick Mahomes? I thought to myself, Aaron Rodgers. And then I said Deshaun Watson, and then I said Josh Allen. So if I'm looking at the fact that I'd take Josh Allen over the next 5 years as a top 3, 4, 5 quarterback, dude does deserve bread. But 258, Sel,
I'm listening.
after one good season seems a little excessive, a little quickly. 258 isn't excessive if it wouldn't have come so soon. It wouldn't have come so soon if it wouldn't have been so excessive. But to see so much so soon is where I'm like, I don't know, Sel, I don't know.
Man, you should know, because we got to now have perspective. We now have to bring in some comps in the NFL as well, not just the NBA, but I understand why you said that. You get paid off for two things.
Talk to me.
Potential
Yes,
and
sir.
production. Now, you can get paid off potential. I got paid off potential. I only started 1 year. Bad money, good money, I don't know. But the point is, you can get paid off potential if you show them something, and you also get paid off production. Highest paid contract 2 years ago was all potential. Jimmy G. Like, it's not about do they deserve it. I'm saying who's going to get it. You're going to get it if you show potential and they see something of production. And that's what you're going to see with Josh Allen. Let me remind you what Buffalo was. When I left to when Josh Allen took over, 2000 to 2017, 14 different quarterbacks. Okay. Only 2 made 10 or more starts and had a winning record. Oh, okay. And that's only 2 games over 500, Tyrod Taylor, and Kyle Orton, 2 games over 500. So let's just say they were a little hungry for a franchise quarterback.
Of course.
Now, a franchise that has Jim Kelly as a part of its alumni base also can say that Josh Allen, you say it's just 1 season. He broke the franchise record in single-season touchdown passes. That's with Jim Kelly on that same organization. Completion percentage, 300-yard games, passing yards, total touchdowns. I understand. All the numbers get inflated.
Yes, sir.
Because of the passing game, and he's younger. But the point is, he did things Jim Kelly never did. He did things that you've not seen another quarterback in a Buffalo Bills uniform do. Now, since he always improves, 5 wins, 10 wins, 13 wins, 52 completion percentage, 58, 69. Why do you think he's ever going to go anywhere but up? Because he continues to move forward.
But, Sel, it's hard to play the comparative game. Who's the best receiver in Buffalo Bills history?
Eric Moulds.
Eric Moulds, best receiver in Buffalo.
Look at that. Don't say that. Andre Reed somewhere is like, what? That was my teammate, too. I had to get out there. All right.
Okay, best receiver in Buffalo Bills history. Andre Reed.
James Lofton.
Most yards he ever had in a season was 1,300.
I know.
Stephon Diggs just had 1,500.
I know.
So to your point, it's hard to say that Josh Allen breaking a great's records as actually meaningful because inflation is so great in the game now that we can't even necessarily compare what Josh Allen is doing to what other greats are doing. Because Andre Reed, best receiver in Buffalo Bills history, he has 200 less yards than Stephon Diggs in his first year in the Buffalo system.
But you see what you did.
What'd I do?
In that sentence, it wasn't too crazy to even make that comparison. And that's the beauty of it. You're talking about Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer. And then you're like, well, it's not fair to Josh Allen. That's great to Josh Allen. He's in that sentence, and you're not kicking him out and aborting him.
I'm with you. But honestly, I have no issue because I like Josh Allen, and we're going to get into it later. Again, I think Josh Allen is more likely to have NFL success than Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
But still, to guarantee $150 million per the reports after one good season. Because we've seen one bad season. And we've seen what I thought was a mediocre season. I didn't think it was bad his sophomore year. After 2 playoff wins, a 2-2 playoff record, doesn't that give you a little... It should, not even does it. It should give you a little cause for pause, Sel. 115 guaranteed. They didn't have to do it.
Okay, I'll give you something that's not inflated. 13 wins. That tied the franchise record in terms of wins. That's not inflation. Jim Kelly, all them guys, 13 wins, franchise record tie. Let's also give you something that's not inflation. He rushed for 25 touchdowns in his first 3 seasons. Only Cam Newton has been able to do that. Okay, we keep talking about him throwing the football, which is a part of it. He can throw it end zone to end zone in the cold and snow of Buffalo, bruh. He has all the skills. He's mobile. Don't let the paint job fool you. He's mobile. He can throw. And more importantly, he has the humility. He has the mantra. He has